Hi ladies and gentlemen, Ravenberg here again. This is going to be a really short and quick video. I just wanted, for people that aren't aware of this, okay, I just wanted to throw this out there, okay. Hence the title of this video, the relevancy or the relevance of spiritual attributes or spirit attributes, okay. So by that I simply mean how relevant the attributes, as in planetary and zodiacal attributes of a spirit are, okay, because it seems like some people aren't aware of this. It doesn't matter where a spirit comes from, okay, in case you guys haven't noticed, viewers, okay, it doesn't matter, okay, where a spirit really is from, not meant offensively, but it does not matter really where a spirit comes from or what a spirit's background is. A spirit's planetary correspondence and specifically zodiacal correspondence already tells a whole lot about a spirit. If a spirit, for example, is Gemini in nature, so mercurial traditionally and potentially or possibly solar and so on, then a spirit will automatically possess as specialty things relating to communication and everyday life. Why? That's because those are Gemini attributes, mercurial obviously too, since Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So a spirit that is a mercurial spirit, specifically one that corresponds to Gemini, simple example, Belial, will automatically have as specialty things relating to communication. That means, in a practical sense, for you as a magician, influencing people to the point where they actually bow down to your will, metaphorically speaking. That's an extreme example. A more appropriate example would be influencing people to the point where they do as you want them to do, okay? Or in order to make your life as easy as possible. Examples that I can give is if you work somewhere that your bosses and your supervisors will agree with you and they'll leave you alone so that you can do your job properly, even if you're not doing your job all too well, to simply alleviate pressure off of you. Another example is making you more graceful in communication and so on. Point is, a spiritual attribute, the attribute that a spirit has, specifically zodiacal, that is the spirit's general profile. So another example is that Aries as a zodiac sign, spirits that correspond with Aries, it doesn't matter what that spirit is, infernal, celestial, you name it. Generally speaking, that spirit will have specialties that align near perfectly with Aries. Aries as a zodiac sign, what does Aries rule over? Okay, Aries deals with matters relating to one's physical body. Aries deals with willpower. Aries deals with taking the initiative. Aries deals with strength, power. It deals with aggression. All of these things, okay? These are things that any Aries spirit will have as specialty, okay? Some more than others. Another example is Leo spirits, okay? Spirits, for example, that are solar in nature because the sun rules Leo. An example is Zipar, for example. I have a lot of experience with Zipar, and Zipar's video, the video I did on Zipar is one of Zipar's most watched, is my most watched YouTube video on my channel with over 3,000 views. I think 3.5 or even over 3.5. In any case, Zipar is another example, okay? Leo, what kind of attributes are assigned to Leo, okay? What does Leo as a zodiac sign deal with? Exactly, Leo deals with things relating to romance, it relates to children, it relates to pregnancy, as in fertility, I mean, okay, whether you're a man or a woman. So that's normal. Why do you think that Zipar, for example, as a Goetic spirit, specializes specifically in things relating to this? That he specializes in love, bringing love to men and women's doorsteps, and also making women barren and so on, okay, and men too. That's the point that I'm making, okay, because again, correspondence is Leo. Leo as a zodiac sign deals with this, so it doesn't really matter, okay. I'm not saying that Zipar, okay, doesn't have any financial potential, okay, but it all differs. It all depends on the way you want to look at it. But generally speaking, okay, any spirit that has a zodiacal alignment, Leo for example, will be able to deal with matters like these in general, because that's what Leo covers as a zodiac sign. Those are topics that Leo covers as a zodiac sign. Another example that comes to mind is Asiel. Asiel is different. The infernal spirit Asiel, or fallen angel Asiel, whom I also have a video on and an article on. Okay, he deals with money, but that's a different matter altogether. I'm sure that Asiel also, generally speaking, covers things relating to Leo. Why? Because he is a Leo spirit. He's a solar spirit. The sun rules Leo. So generally speaking, he'll be able to deal with any of these matters. The reason that he can also specialize in wealth is because the sun also deals with prosperity and abundance, financially speaking. But again, Asiel is an exception to that rule. But generally speaking, that's what the case is going to be. Any spirit that is, for example, any spirit that is, let's see, as an example, Libra, for example, any Librian spirit, okay? So any Venusian spirit with as corresponding zodiac sign Libra will be able to deal, generally speaking, more or less with matters over which Libra as a zodiac sign presides. So we're talking about things relating to relationships with people, romantic relationships, friend relationships, or friendship-based relationships, business relationships. All of these things are things that are Librian in nature, because Libra rules over all of these topics or subject matters. Beauty is also one of them, just general physical attraction. That's also what Libra deals with, okay? And it just keeps going on and on and on. And therefore, okay, or ergo, these spirits will also, generally speaking, display these characteristics. I know this as my as a sorcerer, obviously, and I've noticed this in my years of experience, okay? Simple example that I can give you guys is that the Goetic spirit Sephar and the fallen angel or infernal spirit Asiel, they appear reddish in color. I already said that in both of their videos, I think. Long story short, Sephar, generally speaking, his wings, when I first invoked him, I remember he had a red glow about him and he had red wings, which he still has on occasion. They switch it up every now and then, but generally speaking, yeah, the color red is definitely one that he likes, okay? And he told me too, that's because he likes Mars, he's fond of Mars. And Asiel too. Asiel, it's the same deal. When I first summoned Asiel, Asiel just appeared as a lion, okay? Just a general lion, either a gray lion, a sphinx, or a normal colored lion, okay? But a couple of months ago, Asiel showed his true form to me, which is that of a generic or normal looking angel, you know, an average angel, looking like a disciple with wings, biblical disciple with wings, with no beard, of course, just a normal guy in his 20s or 30s, just normal, moderate build, and so on and so forth, okay? Just the general look of an angel, as we all have, as we all know. Okay, the average angel looks like, wearing sandals and all of that. But Asiel did the same thing. I thought to myself, wow, why doesn't that surprise me that he's wearing red? Asiel wears completely red. We're talking about a red robe, red sandals, red everything. Sandals can be black too, but that's beside the point. His outfit, generally speaking, is reddish in nature. That's an example, okay? Why do you think that both of these guys have this appearance, okay, or this slight character trait that you'll notice as time passes? You'll notice even if you're not someone that takes notice of these kind of things, you'll come to notice it in time. That's because they are solar in nature. Again, they are solar. Spirits that are Gemini in nature, generally speaking, are also different, okay? Spirits that I've dealt with, Gemini spirits, they display the same characteristics, okay, more or less. They are unable to bring about long-term results, which I already covered in mercurial videos that I did, or videos on mercurial spirits, okay. An angel that I'm currently working with, Spifer, okay, customers of mine have told me how ridiculously quick he works, and a customer told me a week ago or something too that he's never seen a spirit bring about results so quickly and so swiftly. And I was like, yeah, this guy is he's the best mercurial angel that I have in stock, so to speak, okay? And I'm proud to say so. But again, the drawback is that he can't bring about heavy-handed results, okay? He's as light as a feather, and therefore he can bring about results quickly as a true Gemini, and his Gemini influence is ridiculously strong, okay? But as a drawback, okay, he can't bring about heavy-handed results or results that are long-term and long-lasting, okay? His results, the results that he brings about are superficial in nature. And that's the general profile of every Gemini spirit, okay? Belial is a different chapter, okay? Belial is kind of like a mixture, a true mixture of a solar spirit and a Gemini and a mercurial spirit. Belial can adapt himself, but even Belial displays these general character traits. Okay, when using mercurial correspondences or specifically wanting that part of Belial, as in, hey, I want you to deal with something regarding communication, let's work together, I want to do this, the way that I'm doing right now for an existing and ongoing project. Belial appears rather quickly and disappears rather quickly, okay? And more often than not, I have to look for him, you know, as in, hey, where the hell are you? Oh, there you are. And only then that he appears, like, hey, hi, here I am, I'm right here. And Belial is also prone to changing his outfit ridiculously quick. He can wear nice and beautiful white. He can wear gold the way he usually wears it. He can wear black too. You name it, he can move around ridiculously quick. Why can he do that? Because he is Gemini. That is his correspondence. So that's the way it all works, okay? And this is just for people that are not aware of this.